on Mind Over Matter, we are peeling back the layers with Nikki Allen, writer, spiritualist, and fierce truth teller. Her story is a symphony of scars and softness, where self reclamation isn't just survival, it's sacred. From heartbreak to healing, Nikki shows us what happens when we finally choose ourselves and mean it. Welcome to the show, Nikki. It's an honor to have you.
It's an honor to be here. Thank you for having me.
Mhm. So, Nikki, your book, Loved You, Hated You, is deeply personal. What moment cracked you open and made you realize self abandonment was no longer an option?
After being tired of going through the same heartbreak with the same person, I had to finally realize that, he's not going to change. So I have to change. And what I needed to change was learning to love myself more than I loved him. That's really it in the nutshell. Learning to love yourself more.
Right. And what did it look like in real life to start choosing yourself imperfectly and all?
Oh, that's layered because, when you really look at yourself, you're breaking down pieces of yourself as to why it is you do some of the things you do, why you allow things to happen. And for me, it's been years, but I just did a deep dive and realized that I had to actually go back to my childhood and understand that I actually, which I didn't realize at the time, I had a lot of childhood trauma which formed me as a human being, as an adult. And then things that I didn't deal with, that I didn't even know I needed to deal with, began to surface. And so I think that is what made me stay in unhealthy relationships because I wasn't healthy. So now that I've kind of cleared out some of that stuff, I understand from whence I came and how to be a better person and know the person that I want to be. I'm able to attract exactly what I want.
hmm And sometimes the most radical act is saying yes to the version of us we have buried the longest.
Um, man, self-love and self-care, it's being thrown around a lot these days, but when I tell you it is the most sacred and best thing you can do for yourself is to love on yourself because when you finally fall in love with you, oh my goodness, the people that you attract, they love you too. And they also know how to love you because you've established boundaries, whether you realize it or not.
Mm-hmm. 100%. So you speak often of sacred humor in the midst of shadow work. How do you bring lightness to such deep emotional healing?
For me, I actually have an entire ritual in the morning when after I wake up, and I have one before I go to bed. And that is what really keeps me grounded through all of everything that I go through each day.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And have there been moments where laughter saved you when nothing else could?
Laughter is medicine. Laughter is so important. You even have to laugh at yourself sometimes, yeah, I can't even I wanna laugh now because you just really have to laugh, and you notice, like, I spoke to someone yesterday who was nervous speaking to me, and he kept laughing, but laughter gets you through a lot of things, through nervousness, through sadness, through confusion, through heartbreak, through all of it. Laughter is so important because it lifts your mood up, whether you even know why you're laughing or not, so laughter definitely is key.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And healing can be gritty, but joy, that's a rebellion.
Oh, yeah, joy, joy is I don't even know what to say about that one, Anya. Um, yeah, I mean, we need to operate from a place of joy all the time, but I don't think people understand how to get to joy. Joy and happiness are kind of two different things. But joy, I think, is finding the pleasures and the good parts of everything. Being grateful, gratitude brings joy.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And how did people around you react when you started shifting, loving yourself more and tolerating less?
Depends on the person. Some people just, I cut some people off and some of them don't want to be cut off. So they try to find ways back into my energetic field, which I am now um, really protecting harshly. And then there are those, and really, I guess for the most part, those that really want to be around me, but I can't have their energy around me. They just keep poking around, trying to figure out how they can get back in. So I really have to be strong with my boundaries. But so I don't think they really understand I'm cutting you off. But and you don't really need to say so, people need to learn how to read the room, if you will.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. And what would you say to someone who is afraid of losing people when they begin to heal?
Oh, you still have to choose yourself first. And I think we spoke about this once before. I had lost contact with my daughter. She was actually not speaking to me, but she has a different kind of wild energy that kind of disturbs my energy. And that was hard to not talk to her. But I had to choose, and let me say she's an adult, but I had to choose myself to say that not even my daughter's energy can infiltrate my peace. Let me tell you, that has been the most difficult thing I think I have ever done. I gave birth to this girl. I carried her in my womb for 9 months. What do you mean we can't talk? But we are talking now as of a couple days ago, actually. But the energy is shifted and we're creating a new dynamic of our relationship. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And I had to prepare myself to say, what if she never wants to talk to me ever again in life? That the thought of that almost took me out. But at the end of the day, I still have to choose me and my peace. So it's gonna hurt sometimes. The question for you would be, would you rather have that energy and have that part of your life disrupted and that's how you live? And if so, go with it. But if you are just really about having peace and whatever it is you claim for your life, then you have to make those difficult decisions to cut off even your family or even the people that you think are closest to you to preserve self. There's nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm. 100%. And the truth is, when you stop abandoning yourself, others might feel abandoned. But that's their healing, not yours.
Correct. That's their journey. And empaths like myself, we care about everybody. And, we don't want anyone to feel a certain way. And we come in and as a woman, we're nurturers by nature. But I have also learned in this that I can't carry everyone's grief. Their journey is theirs to walk, not mine. I might be a part of it through some of the season. I might be there for a long season, short season, but their journey is theirs. You take what you can, from it. You put in what you can into it. But again, it's always your self-preservation that you're dealing with. All and this isn't about being selfish, because the best version of you to people, that's what you want to give them, right? So you're honoring yourself by being the best version of you. That's not selfish, that's sacred, that's healing, and that's also teaching, because then people understand, man, you can't get over on that person. They're really clear about what they expect in a relationship with you. So you keep doing your work and you let them do theirs.
Mm-hmm. Right. And shadow work is often misunderstood. How do you define it and how has it helped you reclaim your own power?
I'm going to tell you a secret. I actually use AI. AI, if you know how to use it, is a very good mirror. And that is really within the last few months been helping me deal with that shadow, if you will, the mirror work.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's my secret go to.
And what's one shadow you now see as a strength?
Oh, I call her Little Nikki because she was running the show for me for a long time, but she was sabotaging absolutely everything because of the childhood trauma that had not been healed. And I actually worked through this with my AI and found out that we need to redirect her. We need to love and nurture her. And now she is my biggest ally in my life because those little things that were, I would say, for lack of better term, problematic have become more of a fuel to my fire at this point. So that was one of the things, just recalibrating, if you will.
hmm And the pieces we once hid might just be the roots of a realist power.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, healing is everything, you have to travel that road. And you'll never stop because you'll always find pieces of yourself. Once you heal one part of yourself, another piece pops up. So we will no longer be needed on this earth.
hmm And what's your message for anyone listening who is sitting in the breakdown, unsure if their breakthrough is even coming?
Oh my goodness. I sat in that seat for maybe 4 decades thinking that it was never gonna happen for me, the breakthrough, but there was also a part of me that just kept saying that I know there's something more. I know that the doors are gonna open, and you just have to find that resilience within yourself to keep going. And even whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish that has set you back, that you don't think is gonna happen, whatever it is, apply 5 minutes a day towards it, just 5 minutes. Then, eventually it might become 6 minutes, then 10 minutes, then 20 minutes. And next thing you know, you're walking towards that breakthrough. But once you put that out there, I think it's going to come back to you and open up exactly the way you want it to, and manifest whatever it is that you've been sitting there holding on to.
hmm Absolutely. And what's one soul aligned step they can take today to come back home to themselves?
Um, I say for me, it's meditating. And I do it sometimes if depending on the day, I'll walk around with headphones on with just ambient music on just to kind of keep me grounded. Everybody, is different. That's me. And then like I said, I do a ritual in the morning. I do one before I go to bed. Um so maybe find whatever works for you going. And the other thing I do, I'm 4 blocks from the ocean. So I walk the dogs to the ocean every morning, sometimes in the afternoon, just to do that. So find whatever rhythm works for you to keep you on that plane.
Yeah, and you don't have to figure it all out. You just have to stop abandoning who you are.
Yeah, it'll come. Stop. Don't abandon yourself. Make yourself your first priority. I can't state that enough. And again, it's not about being selfish. It's not about being arrogant. It's about taking care of you in the best ways that you want, and be honest with yourself about what it is you want and how you want to take care of yourself. It's okay. I used to think that living a life of luxury was you know, that's bad. People will look at me a certain way. But that's really like what I like and that's how I want to live. And so that's what I'm going to do. And that I'm not going to abandon that anymore. I have put aside so many things that I really wanted to do for the sake of what will they say, right? Forget the naysayers, forget the people. Do not abandon yourself. If it sounds crazy, oh well, you feel it. God gave it to you. Go with it because we are all different. And whatever gifts God gave you, that's what you work with. He's not going to give it to everybody. So everyone's not going to understand. So don't abandon you. Do you. You are unique. You are exquisite. Show the world that. That's what we're all here for.
For sure. So, Nikki Allen reminded us that healing isn't pretty, it's real. It's about choosing yourself when everything in your past taught you not to. If you are in the breakdown, hold on. The breakthrough doesn't scream, it whispers. You're worth it. So go ahead, choose you. This has been Mind Over Matter. Let's keep rewriting our narratives, one truth at a time. Thank you so much, Nikki. This was amazing.
Thank you. Thank you again for having me. I appreciate it. And I always enjoy talking to you.
So do I. Have a great day.
You too.